Hello and welcome. So here we are, guys, with another Chatty Scent Corner morning because, oh my goodness, I don't know what is going on in the fragrance industry, but guys, we have so many new releases coming. Not just in 2025, which is around the corner, but it almost seems like they're trying to get out so many fragrances before 2025 comes in. And then they're letting us know about all these other fragrances that will be launched immediately as soon as 2025 opens. But anyway, so today, guys, I'm just going to share with you around 11 fragrances because 11 fragrances, guys. And several of them, by the way, are cherry fragrances because that's another thing. I just don't understand. We are like loaded, not just with vanilla and gourmands, but cherry everywhere. And you know what? I'm not really complaining, but I just find it rather entertaining that all of this is going on all at the same time. Like if we can just keep picking up bottle after bottle. I'm just letting you know that I've become very selective, and as I go through these fragrances with you today, I will tell you exactly how I feel about this new release and if I'm planning to pick it up, or, like in the case of several fragrances, did I already pick it up or it's on its way to me and you can expect a detailed review. But before we jump right in, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and I'm your fragrance concierge because I am totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and in this channel, we talk about all types of fragrances, Middle Eastern, niche, Western, which by the way, guys, today we have Western, niche, and Middle Eastern fragrances within the 11 fragrances. But anyway, now if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go. So today I'm going to go ahead and start with an update that I received from one of our fam members, and I will go ahead and include her profile name right here. And she sent me two updates. So apparently Creed is launching several fragrances immediately in the opening of 2025. But guys, oh my goodness, I just don't even know where to go with this, right? So the first one is Creed Santal 2024. Now, if you are a Creed fragrances lover and you've been collecting Creed for a while, you know that Creed Santal is a fragrance that has been with us, guys, for so many years. I've had this fragrance. Let me just show you. So this is the original Creed Santal. It comes in this bottle, which has like an ombre effect. Like, it's a beautiful fragrance and I absolutely love it, as you can tell by the serious dent in the bottle. And I think this is actually my second bottle. But let me just tell you guys. So this new Creed Santal 2024 is a fragrance that is not even a twist or a remake of this one. It's just like new packaging. So I'm going to show you the packaging somewhere around here as I talk about this fragrance. And let me just share with you the notes, because I just find this very, very interesting, because at the beginning I thought, well, maybe it's a twist to the original Santal, and I ran to look at it, but no, guys, no. So let me tell you. So the top notes are sandalwood, coriander, juniper berries, and cinnamon. The middle notes are lavender, ginger, citrus, and rosemary. And at the base, we have tonka bean and vanilla. So those are the notes of the Creed Santal for 2025. But I think they call it Creed Santal 2024. But I could not find it, so I don't think it's been released yet. But honestly, guys, I am not picking it up because why would I? I still have this gorgeous fragrance here. Now, if you want my opinion, I can tell you that it's not for no reason that I have this bottle and I have this serious dent in it, and this is my second bottle of this specific fragrance. I love this fragrance, and let me tell you what I really love to do with it. This is like the perfect fragrance to layer with any of your other Creed fragrances. So If you never picked up this original Creed, we'll see if you can still find it at a discounter because it is the same fragrance and it is just exceptional. Anyway, guys, moving on. All right, guys. So the next fragrance that our fan member sent me an update on is another release from Creed. And this one is called Royal Princess Oud. Now, the notes of Royal Princess Oud are notes that I'm finding very interesting, and alert, this is for my iris and violet lovers. So at the top we have violet, bergamot, rose. In the middle we have jasmine, patchouli, Tuscan, iris, and vanilla. And at the base we have oud, sandalwood, and styrax. Now, you guys know that I absolutely love a good violet / iris fragrance, and you also know that I love an incredible oud fragrance. So I think I'm going to end up picking up this one. But first I want to get my nose on it because I'm sure it's going to be very, very, very expensive. And I'm not just going to blind buy in 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. And I'll probably give you guys my first impression or my initial thoughts once I try it from a decant. And then I'll let you know if I'm going to pick up the full bottle. And then if I pick up the full bottle, I'll do a detailed review. But anyway, thank you so much to our fan member for offering those two updates so that we can stay, well informed of everything that's going on. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So the next fragrance that I have for you is the latest release from EBK. Yes. But guys, hold on. Before we even start with Cherry N Heaven, which is the name of this fragrance, I want to stop right here and let's talk about all these cherry releases. I don't know what is going on, but today I have several cherry fragrances that I'm going to give you an update on. And there's other cherry fragrances that have just been launched that I've decided not to pick up because how many cherry fragrances can you possibly have? So I'm being very selective of which cherry fragrance I will be picking up, but I am going to tell you that you guys know I absolutely love EBK. I own all of their fragrances to date. And of course, Cherry N Heaven was not going to be the exception. So I pre-ordered this bottle directly from EBK. So I've had it for a minute now, and I can tell you that, oh my goodness, but don't even listen to me yet until I bring you a full detailed review, which will be coming very, very soon to the channel because I've had the opportunity to use this one a couple of times already. But let me just tell you what the notes in this fragrance are. So we have notes of wild cherry, lavin, sour candy, caramel, creamy notes, sarissa cherry, raisins, orchid, plum, iris, cognac, tonka, cashmere wood, amber, musk, vetiver, cedar, and benzoin. Wow, right? Yeah, I think we have just about every interesting note possible in that note structure. But let me tell you that this fragrance is supposed to be inspired by the love of cherries of Queen Victoria. So I have to tell you that I just didn't pick it up because it's an EBK fragrance. I picked it up because I absolutely love the way that EBK does fragrances. I love that fragrance house DNA. And when I heard that now they were having a cherry fragrance, that was not even like a thought, guys. I just knew I was going to pick it up. So I reached out to them immediately because remember, they're that company that you have to reach out to via email in order to place an order. You're not going to find this at a discounter, and there's very few retailers that actually carry this fragrance. I only know of a couple, so I just go directly to EBK and place an order. So I found it interesting that they have several types of cherries, and then they also have, that like creamy note. I don't know. I just thought that it was very interesting, and I decided to pick it up. So expect a detailed review very, very soon. All right, guys. So the next fragrance that I want to talk to you about is the latest launch from Electimuss. Now, guys, Electimuss is yet another fragrance house that I absolutely love. I don't own all of their fragrances because I don't like all of their fragrances. Some of their fragrances tend to lean to the masculine side in a heavy way, so I typically try their fragrances before picking them up, with very few exceptions. But to date, I own about 8 bottles. I think you can see them up there. Anyway, I absolutely love their fragrances. And this one is called Caspian Cherry. Yes, guys, another cherry fragrance. So let me tell you the notes of this one. So this one has black cherry, amaretto, dark chocolate at the top, coconut, cinnamon, coffee, honey, and vetiver in the middle notes, and then white chocolate, tonka bean, patchouli, and sandalwood at the base. Guys, that sounds so scrumptious and tempting. So I don't know. I've been on the fence, not because I don't think it's going to be a fabulous fragrance and not because I don't think it's worth every penny, but I'm just like, I can't pick up everything, but I think I'm going to have to get this one because it sounds so incredible. And to be honest with you, every single fragrance that I have from Electimuss, guys, is a powerhouse. It gets me compliments. It has the strongest and most powerful projection and sillage ever. These fragrances, for the most part, are always beast mode, and the blend, oh my goodness, you can tell that they use supreme quality ingredients in their fragrances. But anyway, guys, just most likely expect to see a review here on the channel. All right, guys, and here we go with yet another flanker to the YSL Black Opium line. But this year, it's very interesting because this one is Black Opium Glitter. And I'm going to tell you right now that that fragrance is already on its way to me, because when I really looked into the fragrance, like how they describe it and the notes, it just really pulled me in immediately. So when it was first launched by, I think, Sephora or on the app, there was that early access. I ordered it immediately and I should be getting it today. So let me tell you guys. So this is a fragrance that is supposed to propel us further into the gourmand universe. This one is supposed to be a marshmallow musk fragrance with a dominant creamy dark coffee, vanilla bourbon, and orange flower. So let me tell you what really pulled me into that fragrance. What pulled me is that when I read the notes and I read what I just read to you, it sounds like it's going to be a real gourmand. I mean, all the others to me are gourmand fragrances, but this one just seems like it's going to be a really heavy gourmand, and I'm here for it. So I went ahead and picked it up, and of course expect a detailed review very soon. All right, so the next one that I'm going to share with you is a Middle Eastern fragrance, and it is one of the latest releases from Lattafa. And on this list, I have 2 Lattafa fragrances that I'm going to share with you. But this one is, and I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's Mashrabya, guys, I'm so sorry, but let me just call it Mashrabya, okay? And at the top, it has apple shisha accord and pink pepper. In the middle notes, it has tobacco, cinnamon, and dates. And at the base, it has oud smoke. Oud smoke, guys. Oud smoke. Caramel, vanilla, and patchouli. Now, oh my goodness, the only oud smoke that I can think of is when I picked up those like incense chips that you picked up with the Kayali oud line. I picked them all up. Remember, I shared that with you. So if this fragrance is infused with any of that, I am here for it because it is absolutely exquisite. But I have to tell you, this fragrance is just very interesting, right? So this one is supposed to be inspired by Kilian's Smokin' Hot, which is a fragrance that I did not pick up. So to be honest with you, I'm quite happy that, by the way, I already picked it up and it's actually sitting here. I just haven't had a chance to open it. So you can expect a detailed review very soon on this one. But this is supposed to be by inspired by Kilian's Smokin' Hot. That is not a fragrance that I own. But I had planned to really, at some point get myself a serious decant and test it several days to see if I wanted to pick up the full bottle. But now that I have this one, I don't know if I really like this one. I may just keep this one and maybe for comparison purposes, pick up a small decant of Smokin' Hot. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that I already picked it up. It's sitting here somewhere and you can expect a detailed review very, very soon. All right. So the next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is also another Middle Eastern fragrance. And this one was just launched recently, and it is from my favorite Lattafa line, which is Niche Emarati. And from Niche Emarati, now they give us Zikra. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I think it's Zikra. Now, Zikra is supposed to be inspired by Amouage Interlude Woman. Now, I have plenty of Amouage fragrances, but Interlude Woman is one that I've never picked up, and I'm pretty sure that I've sniffed it because I can remember that I decided not to pick it up. It's one of those Amouage fragrances which is beautiful, but extremely complex, like in the good old tradition of Amouage, but it was just like way too complex for me. I couldn't wrap my head around it. But the interesting part, guys, is that this Niche Emarati fragrance, Zikra from Lattafa, even though it is inspired by Amouage Interlude Woman, well, Zikra is supposed to be unisex. Yeah, so go figure. Okay, so the notes of Zikra are at the top, we have cognac. In the middle, we have cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak moss. And in the base, we have praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. But as I said, guys, expect to see a detailed review of that fragrance here on the channel very, very soon. All right, guys, since we're on a roll with Middle Eastern fragrances, I figured that I would cover yet another Middle Eastern fragrance that I can already tell you this one is on its way to me. So this one is Lattafa Mayar Cherry Intense. Now, if you've been with me for a while and you pretty much haven't missed many of the Middle Eastern Thursday videos, you know that I have not been very lucky with any of the Mayar fragrances. The green one was a total disappointment for me. That did not work on my skin, on paper, in the air. It didn't work at all for me. I really do not like that fragrance at all. There's something about it, like the note of melon, I think it is, that just doesn't sit well with me. There's like a funky smell to it. But it is a fragrance that it is loved by many, so I felt a little bit neglected by that one. But then I picked up the one that comes in the pink bottle. I think it's the original Mayar. That one did work for me. But you know what? It wasn't a very, very strong love, so I ended up, I think I gifted it to my daughter or decluttered it in some way, but it's no longer in my collection. So when I heard that this new Mayar was coming out and it was a cherry one, I was very like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to sign up for this one because what if I'm disappointed again? But I just could not resist once I read these notes, because listen to the notes of this fragrance. At the top, we have strawberry and bergamot. In the middle, are you ready? We have, not cherry, no. Guys, cherry jam. Cherry jam and cacao. And at the base, we have amber, patchouli, and vanilla. Now, I can tell you, I don't have one fragrance in my collection that I can recall at all that has the note of cherry jam or cherry jelly or cherry anything except just cherries, right? So I'm finding that very interesting. I can't wait to get that fragrance here and test it on skin. So you can look forward to a very detailed review of that fragrance very, very soon. All right, guys. So the next fragrance that I have for you is a fragrance from, I would say it's one of my favorite designer fragrance houses, right? So Trussardi, as you guys know, is at the top of the list. But Giorgio Armani Prive, the Prive line, oh my goodness. I have like 7 or 8 fragrances from that collection because I absolutely love it. And right now they have just launched, because it's already launched, they have just launched a new fragrance called Haute Couture Anjou. Now, Haute Couture Anjou has top notes of bergamot and basil, middle notes of damask rose, geranium, and iris, and at the base we have amber, ambrette, cedar, and white musk. Guys, but let me tell you what is really, really just shriveling my heart here. So this is a fragrance that is a limited edition fragrance where they have only produced 1,500 bottles worldwide. So there's only 1,500 bottles available worldwide. That's it. So if you can't get your hands on one of those 1,500 bottles, you're not going to have this fragrance in your collection. I have tried already, I'm not going to lie, I have tried already to pick it up, but it's only available right now in Canada at a store called Haute Renfrew, which I absolutely love, but they're not delivering it to the US. So I'm going to just keep looking, but I can also tell you, I have a feeling that it's going to be quite pricey, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I may have to really think about this one a little bit more because in Canada, the price is 800 Canadian dollars, which tells me it's going to be what, like 700 and something US dollars or 600. I don't know, guys, but it's going to be quite pricey. Oh my goodness, guys, this next one. Guys, I don't even know where to start to talk to you about this next one. So you guys know that I am obsessed with the fragrance house Tomavicci. I don't know, I just think that there's been a plot like to launch all of these fragrances by fragrance houses that I absolutely love and that are like at the top of my list. And then to top it all off, all these fragrances sound so exquisitely beautiful. So it's just tempting me to pick up everything, but I am going to control myself. I am not going to pick up everything. Or so she says. Let's see. But anyway, so this next one is coming from the house of Tomavicci. Oh my goodness. Now you guys know how I am about Tomavicci fragrances because just like Electimuss, guys, all of their fragrances on my skin are beast mode. But in addition to that, guys, the complexity of their fragrances, the blend, the complements, everything in a Tomavicci fragrance is just magnificent. There are so many incredible creations from that house. They don't have like an extensive portfolio of fragrances. I think right now it's just 5 and I have them all. But I can tell you that this next one, okay, let me just tell you about it. So the name of this one is Xanat, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Now, Xanat is a fragrance that is supposed to be dedicated to vanilla and gourmand lovers. And I do not have one fragrance from Tomavicci that I consider a full-on gourmand, but this one, oh my goodness, listen to the notes of Xanat. The notes are dark chocolate and brown sugar at the top. In the mid, we have coffee and vanilla absolute, guys. And at the base, we have tonka, benzoin, and musk. Let me tell you, those notes right there made me pre-order it immediately. So I pre-ordered that fragrance a couple of weeks ago, and today is the 22nd of December. And I can tell you that it's supposed to have shipped out on the 20th, and I've been waiting for my shipping email because I am ready for that fragrance. I just have this feeling, guys. And did you see the bottle, that ombre effect with like that caramel looking? Oh my goodness, guys. I just can't wait to get my nose on this fragrance, so expect a detailed review. So guys, let me tell you a couple of other things about this fragrance. First, let me tell you that this fragrance was inspired by the love story between Xanat, a beautiful Mexican Teutonic princess, and her forbidden love, a warrior named Cacique. Now, right now, I'm going to show you a picture of, the marketing picture for Xanat that shows the princess. Oh my goodness, how beautiful, right? But anyway, guys, let's talk about the second thing that just captured me, and I just had to order this fragrance immediately. So you guys know that Dominique Ropion is my favorite master perfumer of all time, period. Dominique Ropion, guys, is a master at creating masterpieces, in my opinion. But guys, there is another master perfumer that has always been in the number 2 spot for me. And then in number 3, I'm going to share with you who the number 3 has been. But this master perfumer that has been in spot number 2 for the longest time is about to topple Dominique. Because Christian Provenzano, guys, is the master perfumer behind Xanat. But guys, it seems to me that every other day I am either ordering or testing or trying or speaking about a fragrance that has been created by Christian Provenzano. He and Quentin Bish, who by the way is the one who has always been in the number 3 spot for me, he and Quentin Bish have created so many beautiful fragrances during 2024. But Christian Provenzano, guys, oh my goodness, he just keeps just putting them out there. And for me, there's never been a failure. So I'm telling you, but Dominique is still number 1 in my heart. But Christian is trying to get that spot. And he may very well do so. But anyway, guys, bottom line is that I wanted to let you know about Xanat, and I also wanted to let you know that you can expect a detailed review very soon because it should already be on its way to me. All right, guys, so this last fragrance, I don't even know what to say. I'm telling you, I think it's a secret plot to get all of my dollars because it's just a bit much. So this next one, guys, is from none other than Guerlain. Yes, guys, Guerlain. Guerlain is launching at the very beginning. They've already let us know at the very beginning of 2025. They're launching, are you ready? A peach note-centric fragrance. This fragrance is called Peche Mirage. Now, guys, let me tell you the notes. And of course, this fragrance is part of my favorite collection from Guerlain, which I can never pronounce, by the way. It's the L'Art and La Matière collection. I know I butchered that. I apologize. But I tried my best. I did. So let me tell you. So in the top notes, it has peach, blackcurrant, and saffron. In the middle notes, it has osmanthus, and at the base it has leather, amber, and sandalwood. And let me tell you, I am here for it. I am here for that fragrance because peach done by Guerlain. I think I only have one other true like peach fragrance from Guerlain, and I think it's one of my Aqua Allegoria fragrances. But from this prestigious line, there's a peach fragrance. I'm going for it, definitely. So you can expect to see it here on the channel and get a detailed review very soon because as soon as it launches, it's coming home. All right, guys, so we've reached the end of today's Chatty Scent Corner video, and I hope that this was enjoyable for you guys. Honestly, I just cannot believe the amount of fragrances that were launched during 2024, and they're already ramping up 2025, and we haven't even at times had the opportunity to really use some of the 2024 releases that we did pick up. But anyway, guys, stay tuned because there is so much interesting content coming. And I want to wish you all a very happy holiday. And as always, thank you for hanging with me today. And I will see you all in the next video.